Nothing in writing?
No, Judge.
What was the agreement? What did you say to Mark at the time?
Well, this was before we went to China. The agreement was he would pay for the car over 6 months. It was £3,000, but if he didn't, as an incentive to him, if he didn't pay off the money within 6 months, there'd be a £500 penalty.
Right, so ostensibly what you actually did was create a contract where you say the car, because you can't create a penalty. Do you understand? You certainly can't create one unless both sides in law understand exactly what the basis for that penalty is and it's reasonable. What you actually did in law was sell Mark the car for £3,500, but you said if you pay it back within 6 months, you can have it for £3,000, correct?
Yes, Judge.
I see. Now, this is very important. Did you say it was going to be 6 months, or did you understand it was going to be longer than that?
At the time, Your Honour, I was very much under the impression that it was probably going to be longer. It's only since...
Don't tell me about being under the impression. Being under the impression is a bit like being under the influence. You understand? What I'm trying to gather here is what was specifically said. And bear in mind you have nothing in writing. I'm likely to infer anything you say rather generously to you. Understood?
Yes.
Was it 6 months? Or could it have been a year?
I believed it was a year at the time.
But why did you believe that?
I don't... to be perfectly honest, Your Honour, I can't fully remember the true circumstances now with time.
Well, help me with why you can't remember. Do you have...
I think...
What's been going on when you moved to Wales?
When I came back from China, I suddenly realised I think I'd been suffering with depression from the loss of my friend, and I just wasn't quite myself at the time, I don't think, and I wasn't really truly paying... Not that it's any excuse, but I wasn't really truly paying attention to any of my affairs at the time.
I see. I'm going to ask you about it, because that's clearly what happened. You lost a lot, right? When you got back, it's not long after your friend, very close friend, had died.
Yeah, my best friend had died.
And you put that to me in a very clear and emotional way, because the circumstances of his death were very shocking.
It was very sudden. It was within 6 weeks of being diagnosed, he had gone, but I only found out a couple of weeks after being diagnosed. So within 3 to 4 weeks, I'd lost my best friend and didn't even get a chance to get back to see him.
And that had a knock-on effect.
It was a shock. It was a big, big shock.
Well, it's more than that. Let's just be honest here for a second.
Yeah, I was very upset, to be dead honest.
No, it does more than that. The way you frame your case, this has been devastating to you.
Yes, yeah.
What does it do to you to miss him now?
It's more guilt. I should have gone to see him, and I never got to see him. But it reminded me that you don't know how long you get in this world, and I'd always had this one childhood dream, which was to write the script, so I needed to do it, and...
I understand that, but you understand that you have overriding financial obligations.
Yeah, I mean, Glenn's my friend, and he was very good to me.
He was very good. For more Judge Rinder cases, click here. And if you've got a legal issue yourself, get in touch with us by clicking over here.